someone say, "That triggered me." But what does that actually mean? What is a trigger? And what can we do about it? Hi, I'm Gwilda Wiyaka. Thanks for joining me for this week's Finding the Silence Insight. One of the challenges of being human is that we often relate to one another through old wounds rather than from who we truly are in the present moment. So what's a trigger? A trigger is an emotional reaction that occurs when a present situation unconsciously reminds us of unresolved experience from the past. And what's a pattern? A pattern is the coping mechanism we develop in response to that very trigger. It might look something like this. As a child, a person's parents withdraw love and approval whenever the child makes a mistake. The child learns that making a mistake leads to rejection. Making a mistake becomes the trigger. For a child, rejection feels life-threatening because they depend on others for their very survival. To avoid rejection, the child learns to shut down whenever they feel uncertain. This becomes the pattern. As an adult, every time they find themselves in an unclear or uncertain situation, they freeze, withdraw, or become silent. Unfortunately, those around them may interpret that withdrawal as anger, disapproval, or rejection. This can trigger the other person's wounds, causing them to pull away. The result? The very rejection the original person feared is recreated. And round we go. In last week's Finding the Silence Insight, I shared a simple way to distinguish fear from intuition. Ask yourself, have I felt this way before? Is there something in this situation that reminds me of the past? Is this person or circumstance actually the same? These questions help bring unconscious triggers into conscious awareness. Once we recognize a trigger, we can gain the ability to choose a different response rather than automatically acting out of old pattern. This is an important step towards greater freedom and healthier relationships. However, while awareness can interrupt the pattern, it does not necessarily heal the original wound. To truly dissolve the trigger and the patterns built around it, we must heal the underlying trauma. One of the most effective methods I've found for doing this is an ancient shamanic healing modality known as soul retrieval. Join me next week for Finding the Silence Insight as we explore what soul retrieval is and how it works. Until next time, may you become ever more conscious in all of your relations.